Hey everyone, SlasherTheMod here with a new video of Fortnite. A bit different than what I would usually make, this one's more about the new guns that were released for Chapter 5 Season 2. We got the Hunter's DMR, the Warforged Assault Rifle, Gatekeeper Shotgun, and the Harbinger SMG. Along with some new weapon attachments such as the Thermal Optic and the Speed Foregrip. Here, I wanted to talk about what could be the better modifications for each of these guns. Despite its upper preference, if you're like me, always liking a good fight in zero build, you know there's a set quote-unquote meta for these guns against your opponents. Of course, it all comes down to preference and your playstyle. Firstly, the Hunter's DMR. Like the original DMR, it is a slow-firing, small magazine, and high-damage marksman rifle. The damage ranges from 60 to 70 depending on rarity. Two main drawbacks being the slow fire rate and a small clip size of 7 or 12 with the drum magazine, and is most certainly suited for mid-range to long-range combat. You can call it a worse sniper rifle as its inability to one-shot headshot any player, but makes up for it in its faster fire rate and possible faster bullet velocity. For magazine mods, preferably a speed magazine is never a bad idea for any gun, but the drum magazine for 12 isn't a bad, albeit for slower reloads. This comes for any kind of preference. For barrel attachments, you certainly want the suppressor to hide your shot audio if you sneak up unnoticed before they spot you. For sights, while on preference, I found a mix of the 4x scope and the thermal scope being a better choice. A cool benefit for the thermal sight is that it does not show sniper glare to enemies, at least so it's said anyways. Finally, the underbarrel mods are rather finicky, as the ADS speed is fast for this rifle and recoil is minimal for the slow fire rate. My go-to choice for this gun is to use the Speed Foregrip for the faster ADS walking speed. So far, the Hunter's DMR is a weapon I do enjoy using, even though it may not be super subtle and super powerful as the regular sniper rifle, but I've had more fun using the DMR much more previously. If you ask me, DMR weapons have always been my absolute favorite, especially the Covert DMR that came out some time ago and never returned. Next, let's talk about the Gatekeeper Shotgun. This unique triple-barreled shotgun fires similarly to the tactical shotgun, but slower than the Frenzy Auto shotgun. Its low clip size 3.5 with the drum magazine upgrade makes it similar to the pump shotgun in terms of high risk, high reward. You'd want to run an SMG with the Gatekeeper Shotgun to make up for the low magazine size, as the reload time is somewhat slow at around 2 to 3 seconds, easily leaving you vulnerable as the gun reloads its entire clip rather than by shells. However, the damage range is much higher compared to the Frenzy Auto, going as far as 50 plus damage with the blue Gatekeeper Shotgun at 10 plus meters. For attachments, I recommend the drum magazine for the extra clip size, as 3 shots for a shotgun gives you limited room for mistakes. For underbarrel, you cannot go wrong with the laser sights, as ADSing with a shotgun is less frequent than I would personally believe. And for barrel mods, as always, the muzzle brake to reduce recoil isn't a bad idea, as I found little use for a suppressor for a shotgun. And finally, for the sights, any one of them is fine for your preference. The shotgun is great and powerful, but just remember that it falls short compared to the Frenzy Auto in close range. The Gatekeeper Auto cannot wipe out a 250 health player quick enough, as the Frenzy Auto will wipe you out faster before you can get your shot in. Even with all the pellets being hit, from my own experience, anyone with a Frenzy Auto, you have to keep your distance and strike them hard. Now, for the Harbinger SMG. Replacing the Hyper SMG, this higher recoil and slightly slower firing SMG is great for any situation requiring fast and close range damage. With a magazine size of 30, 40 with a drum magazine, this gun does decent at mid-range while ADSing. So shooting at a target, approaching, or flying away is not a bad idea. My personal preference for this gun is always going by hipfire, as sometimes close range is not ideal to be ADSing at times. That being said, using the laser sights for the underbarrel attachment is easier hipfire spread when you're moving a ton. Muzzle brake for the recoil management, and finally, the speed magazine for faster reloads, as sometimes you need a faster reload in any case. Overall, this weapon is a great choice to have. The recoil is manageable and does high damage, a gun worth picking up. Lastly, the Warforged Assault Rifle. This high damage, fast firing, and heavy recoil rifle is a gun reminding me of the original Combat AR. This gun is best suited for mid-range combat and very limited longer range combat. The recoil on the weapon is very high along with the initial gun kick. Managing recoil for this gun will be a difficult challenge. Possibly the makeup for the recoil is the very high magazine size of 35, 45 with the drum magazine to allow for sustained fire. And as most guns, the recoil seems to stabilize after long sustained fire. My suggested attachments for this weapon is a speed magazine, as the magazine size is very high already, the muzzle brake barrel mod to control the high recoil, and finally the vertical foregrip to handle the recoil while ADSing. Nonetheless, this fast firing assault rifle is incredibly difficult to control, but does deal high damage of up to 25 to 30 if you hit your shots. This weapon is great at mid-range for sure. So that is all for the new guns for now. You guys let me know what you think, and I appreciate you guys sticking around for the whole video. I really hope this helps you out for your future games, and just remember, stay safe out there, wear your face masks, and I'll see you guys in another video.